Hope this video finds you well. We had a website video in our last one. Now we're going to do website specific. So that was what actually occurs when you build a new website or when you make major adjustments to a website. It's going to take 0 to almost 6 months for that website to be crawled, depending on what you're doing. If you're making a major update or you're doing a new website specifically and a complete new overhaul of your site, best move is to kind of doctor a website, make small changes to increase relevance, build your blog, do specific little things to just keep making it better, keep making it more easier to navigate with better UI, right? If you already have one. If you're building a business out, do not be afraid of your website. Understand what your website is there to do. Now, if you have a great idea for a business and you're going down the road of a new business, or there's an open asset near you, there's a shopping center that makes sense for a counter, a deli, or a restaurant, whatever your website, it does not matter. We need to understand what a website is. It is a spot, a landing page. It is a glorified landing page to build your credibility and shorten the distance between you and your customer. If you have a business, you need a website, but you absolutely do not need to be afraid of that website or building that website. You may not be a developer, and it is not always a huge undertaking to make a website. I advise anyone. It doesn't matter if you have a great idea and you're just trying to kind of hash it out and build a mock-up. I've had many mentors, even current mentors, that literally have built sites just to see if an idea got any traction, right? If you've got a great idea, even if it's a 9 p.m. midnight idea, right, and you go ahead and do it, I promise you, you can get a website done in about 30 minutes to an hour these days. Do you know how to use AI? ChatGPT, Gemini. Gemini is Google's AI platform. So if you have an idea, you can always hash out what your website's going to be on Gemini or ChatGPT. And I urge you to understand industry concerns. So AI is only as good as the prompts that you put in. So you can literally type a paragraph. I'm making a website for a wellness clinic. And then type what you're trying to do. In wellness and healthcare, you absolutely need to make sure it's compliant. That is one of the many things that you need to be putting into the prompt. Or if you're just trying to hash out an idea, put it into the prompt and just tell AI, is there something I need to be considering here that I'm not? Whether it's compliance or anything and everything. Every website on Google, which the last data, I should have looked this up and I should have AI'd it, but the last data I was aware of, Google's got about 80% search share. Okay? Especially since they bought out YouTube. If you didn't know they own YouTube, now you know. YouTube's very important as well. Make videos, even just show intros of whatever you're doing. That's another episode. But for a website, you just pop in specific prompts into, say, Gemini, because Gemini is Google specific. Okay? You're going to throw in multiple different things that you're just trying to do. Just go ahead and put your idea into Gemini and say, hey, how would you kind of base out a website with this? You can even ask it, what type of photos should I be putting in this? Do I need to be compliant? Do I not? Anything to do with healthcare, food, nutrition, a lot of times, it just depends on the business on what the compliances are going to be. But a Google website has to be 260 or 206 country compliant. Last time I did it, it was a month ago. We updated Summit's website. It was a major overhaul. Definitely, we've learned. Obviously, there's going to be traffic issues and there's compliance issues. It's not easy to do, but we did it. We were trying to do it so people could and walk the line of what we can say and can't say based on just transparency. Trying to show as much as we possibly could on it to customers that are just interested in general wellness and what they're doing and can do at Summit Wellness Orange Beach. So, through 2 decades of marketing experience and automotive experience, and now owning our own businesses and representing multiple clients, I've made mistakes, and then we've known mistakes were coming, or we knew a big overhaul was about to happen, and that's what's happening right now. I'm actually doing a case study that I want you to be aware of, and that is I built my website, Better Traction Marketing, off of GoDaddy. Just built the website out, and it's general pictures. It's not anything too crazy. I wanted it to be kind of automotive, but also the company was almost German Shepherd because of Sierra, but because I love what they represent and what the Shelby Cobra represents. On my website, you'll see the Ford Shelby Cobra and what it represented. It represented a comprehension of an American muscle car with a European roadster chassis, and then now my favorite one's the Backdraft, which literally has a BMW basically chassis and suspension setup, right? What does that mean? Sorry, off topic, but not. Because your website can be a homologation of, it can be a full melting pot of whatever you want it to be to show your idea. And to shorten the distance between you and your customer. I wanted mine to just be appealing. And I wanted mine to just show that what I'm trying to do at Better Traction, which is just, hey, if you need help with something like this, give me a call. But the focus is, with Summit Wellness, we started it with Wix site, and it's still hosted by Wix. Now, we ended up building it outside of it now, but for 1.5 years, we were running a successful business in the green with a Wix site and throwing a lot of audience to it with Google AdWords, Facebook, Instagram. The baseline, and we're going to talk about that too, the baseline social media points and marketing points that you can work digitally to get traffic to a site, no matter what the site provider is. Squarespace is a very good site provider. GoDaddy makes it very simple. Wix, very simple. I've built multiple websites on Wix. So understand, you can throw a lot of traffic and you can run a completely successful business on a templated Wix site in a heartbeat. Full stop. You do not have to be a developer. What you do need to understand is put your stuff into Gemini, ChatGPT. Hey, what type of ad copy should I have? What are the SEO optimized keywords to put in this site? Ask Gemini the search volume for the idea. It'll literally tell you the Google search volume for the idea. Google is trying to sell their ads. They're trying to sell marketing. They're trying to get better search queries. That is their business goal. If you're building a new idea and there is search queries in your area, you can say, hey, what's the search queries for Italian restaurants within 20 miles? What's the search queries for a wellness clinic within 20 miles? It'll tell you. What's the search queries for a used Mercedes or Audi? It'll tell you. Because they want you to spend their money on Google. You want a customer to hopefully spend money with you and support your family. Great. There are ways to simply do it. We do not have to be afraid of digital marketing anymore. You do need to understand a few bullet point questions to ask the system to make sure your idea is worthwhile. Or understand a few of the things. A Wix site is generally $17 to $20 a month. GoDaddy, same thing. Squarespace, same thing. So to hash out an idea, say for 6 months, And let's say it's a 2 a.m. idea, it's going to cost you $20 a month. Now, to actually do business with it, you need to get a business license and do the little things. But to see if you're just generating traffic, to see if the idea makes sense, launch a website, maybe put a Facebook page out there, do an Instagram post, Instagram page. Those are free. And then build a blog on that website. Start just posting what you're doing, how you're doing it, and be transparent about it. It's actually really easy. And if you need help doing it, give us a call. But I'm here to tell you it is not a big deal, and there's no reason to be scared of it anymore. There's a lot of people out there telling people that they need to quit their day jobs and go out on their own. I've now done it. It's not easy. But it's just worthwhile for me so far. Whoever you support or whatever idea you're trying to put out there, the leap is what we're discussing right now. It's building a foundation, spending $20, making a website, even if you're not a website developer. You'll need maybe 4 to 5 photos. Pick a theme, pick an outline, and then put copy into ChatGPT and Gemini. You can literally build a website in an hour or two. A complete novice I'm confident can build a website if they have a little bit of computer literacy, and just a little bit. If you know how to use Microsoft PowerPoint, you are fine. You can do it. I'm not here to tell you being an entrepreneur is easy. It's not. You have to deal with a lot, and you have to risk time, effort, everything. But what's the risk if you're driving 3 or 4 hours to get to work to make a good living, where, hey, maybe right now you can't find something within a certain mileage radius that makes sense to you, and wait a minute, I can actually do okay from home. Or I can figure out something else and then offset and then build out this idea. Maybe this idea helps support my family tomorrow or the next day. Don't be afraid of a website. Don't be afraid of social media. Use it to your advantage. And you can hash out an idea over time. And I think that's where Gary Vee is extremely right. There's going to be a lot of people making a lot of money and a lot of new businesses that are really going to be successful. There's going to be people just walking and talking with people, having a business that just simply talks to folks or walks with you on a regular basis. Or I love one of our local, Kelly, she runs literally a dog running service. They bring it, it's a mobile treadmill for your dogs, Rover Runner. The coolest idea. And they're super cool people. Do you have a small idea like that you can build out even in your free time? And then over time, wait a minute, it offsets this, and I can work, maybe I can do this job for 6 hours a day, and then I can really build out this business idea. How much risk is it, or is it worth your time or not? Do not be afraid of the digital marketing portion. And if you need help, give somebody like me a call. Thank you so much for the time.